Welcome back, folks, for our daily devotional for Palm Schwenkfelder Church as we continue in Song of Songs. So we ended our portion, which was chapter 5, verses 2 to 8, with our protagonist adjuring the daughters of Jerusalem to tell her beloved that she is faint with love. And now we're going to get this kind of fun back and forth with my interpretation, the daughters of Jerusalem asking, well, what's so special about him? And then the woman responding, well, let me tell you. Why does this make me laugh? This is the base of a Saturday Night Live skit that about Santa Claus that kind of cracks me up every single year. And it's just kind of a neat playing it out. So really, and this Weems talked about before, and actually it comes up in the commentary today, but using these daughters of Jerusalem as people who are propelling the story and giving us some kind of point and counterpoint in this ongoing moment. So a couple pieces, and it is important to I did want to reference back because I didn't do her title. For 2 to 8, she picked up on that opening line of, I slept, but my heart was awake. And we talked about the possibility of this being a dream for the protagonist or a fantasy. And Weems ultimately saying that whether or not it is one or the other does not matter. This is about the joy of hope and the bitterness of disappointment and longing, and some good pieces from her. So, Song of Songs 5:9. She does split this. We're going to combine the sections, but specifically for 9, she sets the title, We Don't Get It. Just good stuff. What is your beloved more than another beloved, O fairest among women? What is your beloved more than another beloved, that you thus adjure us? The Jerusalem daughters act as interlocutors. They goad the speakers in action along with questions and instigations. What is so special about your beloved, they ask. Why should we get involved? They want to know. Even more, if we are to help you find him, how are we to recognize him? And so then we have our protagonist response in 10 to 16. Do you see what I see? Pastor Nick translation. Let me tell you. Here we go. My beloved is all radiant and ruddy, distinguished among 10,000. His head is the finest gold. His locks are wavy, black as a raven. His eyes are like doves beside springs of water, bathed in milk, fitly set. His cheeks are like beds of spices yielding fragrance. His lips are lilies distilling liquid myrrh. His arms are rounded gold set with jewels. His body is ivory work encrusted with sapphires. His legs are alabaster columns set upon bases of gold. His appearance is like Lebanon, choice as the cedars. His speech is most sweet, and he is altogether desirable. This is my beloved, and this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. So let me tell you about him. Weems is going to get into some really cool parts of the similarities between what we uplifted as the wasifs that the shepherd was describing the protagonist with, and now this is one of the very few or only piece of scripture where we have male beauty defined, and especially defined from a female perspective. The protagonist patiently takes the time to describe her lover's charms in these verses. Of the 4 wasifs, or poetic descriptions of the body in Song of Songs, this one alone focuses on the man's body. The maiden begins her description with the upper part of his body, his hair and face, and proceeds from there to the lower part of his body, his legs and feet. It is not an actual description of her lover, of course, but a portrait of ideal masculinity and male desirability according to ancient standards of physical beauty. That the aim of her poetry is to persuade her audience to see what she sees in the shepherd. This tribute to male beauty is the only one of its kind in the Bible. It represents our only look at the male body through the eyes of a woman. It is a woman's subjective construction of male beauty. Healthy complexion, luxuriant black hair, translucent eyes, sweet smelling cheeks, brawny physique with strong legs, tall like the cedars in Lebanon, and charming. Strong white teeth should probably be added to in view of verse 12b, bathed in milk, fitly set. We know from the shepherd's description of the maiden in 4:2 that healthy teeth were important to good looks. Do that dental hygiene, folks. Take care of your teeth. That does refer back to the shepherd's description and talking about her teeth as one of the qualities. And we could get into some historic research on, before dental hygiene, what it looked like. And yeah, okay. Sorry. Here's our conclusion. We should not dismiss their descriptions of one another because they focus on physical characteristics, which is an intriguing comment because, maybe that's part of what's uncomfortable to hear, with hardly any mention of the things we value in potential mates: character, social ambitions, family background. After all, theirs was a culture where physical contact, though not impossible, was rare, and kissing was the stuff of sexual fantasy. Sex was a fantasy, and kissing was a pleasure that demanded one's most ingenious talents for hiding, sneaking, and talking abstrusely. If we tire of their endless elaborations, which is another good line, if we tire of their endless elaborations, it is perhaps because we cannot understand their delay. Song of Songs reacquaints the modern reader with the art and pleasure of old-fashioned courtship. If you don't know the word courtship, if you are of a certain generation, before the days of online dating and pretty much having communicated for hours and hours before you ever met someone, courtship was this opportunity to figure out who a person was and to get to know them and have some romance thrown in there too. All right, now I'm blushing. All right, we'll be back with you on Monday as we continue in our new section of poetry, and we will catch you on that flip side then. Bye.